On the whistle.
Robert Donovan right there.
You okay?
Do it! You got it! My hernia! There you go! Inside!
That was actually a race.
Good job, man.
Like I said, those races in between races.
Hey, welcome to another stream. Tonight we watch race number 7 of the SoCalCross Prestige Series. This one is was recorded in San Luis Obispo, California. It's about 2 hours, 2 hours and a half from Los Angeles. It was recorded last Saturday. I'm Ben Gayet and I'm streaming my race to you live tonight from Los Angeles. This is a race, I record on my GoPro camera and I shoot a footage to you live. So how's it going, guys? Rectech Dave is here. We have Ken, Felipe, Clay is here. Yeah. All right. Let me know, guys, if the sound is good. You guys are my sound check as always. So let me know if the sound is good. All right. So tonight, that was a two race weekend, 2 days. So I raced both days. So this one is the Saturday. That was the first day of the weekend that I raced. You're gonna see we have a nice track there. It's quite bumpy. You're gonna see that. Before we start, let's talk about winter, because winter is coming. So there's a fat bike race coming. So I got this flyer from the Nordic bike park. So they're doing a fat bike state championship. So it's coming soon, Sunday, December 3rd. So if you have a fat bike, I think the tire limit is 3.8. So you need to have 3.8 tires to come race. It looks super fun. Look at that. I have some shots to show you. That was from 2 years ago. See, Derek was there. They had a bunch of snow 2 years ago. They're hoping for snow this year. It depends on Mother Nature, if Mother Nature is gonna cooperate. Look at that, Nikki having a blast on a fat bike. It looks so fun. I've never ridden fat bike. Let me know if you guys ever rode fat bike. It looked really fun. Look at that. It looked gnarly as hell. Oh man. So check them out. The fat bike state championship at Nordic. So it's not expensive. I think it's a $55 early registration. So if you register early, you get a discount. And the cool thing there is that they serve breakfast and lunch, homemade food. So that's actually one of the best thing. So check them out. If you don't know where it is, it's in Running Springs, California. So Los Angeles is right here. So it's about an hour and a half from Los Angeles, right here, next to the Nordic ski area right there. So that's where it is. So check them out. It's in a few weeks. All right. So about the race tonight. So it's called the CYCLOCROSS. We have a 2.6 kilometer course. We're gonna do about 15.8 kilometers total. We do 6 laps, 15 meters of elevation per lap. So that's the elevation profile. So it's all a big climb, and then we do some punchy up and down on the way back. It's gonna be a good a good effort. You're gonna see that. So all right, you guys are ready to watch this. Let's jump into this. Let's jump into the race.
Yeah.
All right, so the different thing that weekend is that we started behind the men bees. So those are the men bees that start before us. So usually we start in front of them.
No, you guys tell me how much room you want. If you're going to catch, are you going to catch them?
No, we're gonna catch them for sure. So it's gonna be fun because we're gonna pass a lot of traffic for this race. So it's gonna be fun. So Salty Sully's in the chat. Jeff is there just in time for the start. David Sherwin is here. All right, it's on. The race is on. Let's do this. All right, so starting third place. See, we have Kent is racing with us. Kent Hammond is racing with us. And we have a mountain bike dude in front. So we don't know who he is. First time we raced with him he's called Jeremiah Root for Fulton Racing. Look at that Kent sliding, almost going down. This is the first time I was doing this barrier section there on lap 1 because I couldn't practice it during the warm-up session. So I came in hot, blind, doing it for the first time. Alright, and we have David behind, and Justin Fodder just subscribed. Hey, thanks for subscribing, welcome to the channel. Alright, I'm third place behind Kent. We're just 4 guys in the category, so it's gonna be a battle for podium. Ken is saying bunny up again. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna see a bunny up this season. Oh man. Alright, so Kent and Jeremy are going super strong. Look at that. The hecklers are there in full force. Alright, so see, that's the funny thing when there's a guy you don't know that shows up. He's just doing one race. We call that a Sasquatch or a Yeti. It's like a mysterious Sasquatch who's showing up for the race and going super strong in first place. Alright, that section was super fun, like a spiral. So Matthew is in the chat, is asking, "Hi Ben, are you still having trouble with the tire burps? Might need to build up the rim bed." Yeah, so I changed tires for this race. So I used to be on the Kenda tires. It didn't seem to be a good fit for my Syncross wheel. And then Ken had a moment there. He slid out a little bit, so dropped out a little bit. So let me know if stream is working well. I see my preview here is buffering, so let me know if you guys are seeing the stream okay. John is saying this course is going to make me dizzy. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shaking on that course. It's very, very bumpy. David's saying all good with the stream. All right, so just my monitor is freaking out. All right, so already a lot of traffic. We need to pass those guys, so it's gonna be tricky to pass those guys. There's gonna be some strategy there. So it's because you wanna pass them, and if it can be difficult for the guy behind, it's gonna help me, you know, make progress. So David behind might have a harder time to pass them. Just like that pass just before the single track there. So we put a guy between me and David, so that helps. So it makes him work a bit harder to catch me. So maybe I can have more energy at the end of the race because of that. David is saying, and this is the smooth section. Yeah, it's shaking like hell, and yeah, that was the smooth section. You're gonna see it's insane in that course. You guys told me last week, wait until if you think Enza is bumpy, wait until you see slow cross. Yeah, you guys were right, and because that was super bumpy. So that was the smooth section there. So that was a climb. So if you look on the elevation profile on the right, that's the big climb there. So that's where I put the power down. We're up to 400 watts. That's where I need to attack if I want to make progress. I still see Ken ahead of me. Kent is second, I'm third place. Jeremiah is first at the moment. That was one of the most bumpy sections right there. It was so bumpy. Look at that. It's going downhill, but it seems like you're not moving forward. It's just the bumps are slowing you down, so you need to pedal against the bumps. And I took an inside line there because during practice I kind of figured that the left line was a bit less bumpy than the right, so I decided, okay, I might save energy there and compromise the exit. So that was my strategy there. Alright, still going downhill there. Alright, so I'm gonna make some smart passing move there at the right time. So I cannot really go at my pace, so when there's an opportunity, that's where I need to attack. A little bit of tire rubbing there. And the thing is, those guys, they don't really know if we're racing them or if we're another category, so it's hard to know. So some guys are gonna be racy, you're gonna see that. Look at him on his yellow Santa Cruz. He's racing. He's racing. Look at him.
On the
He's
left.
not letting me. It's not letting me pass easily. That was a good move there on the outside. Great battle. So you see David is a bit behind, so he needs to work out to reconnect there. All right, downhill section again. There was no rest on the downhills there. You needed to be on it to keep the bike straight. Look at that, it's shaking. So John, yeah. So what I said about the tires. So yeah, I changed tires. So I'm back on the Schwalbe X1 for this race. I used to be racing the Kenda Commandos, and yeah, they were not a good fit for my Syncross wheels. So I went back to the Schwalbe X1 because I didn't want to burp. Ken is saying, "Wow, it's so bumpy." Yeah, and I don't know. It seems less bumpy on the camera for me. I'm still shaking from that race. That was a jump there. I saw some people send it there. That was nice. Yes, I was a bit worried about the X1 tires for this course because they're a bit thinner, they're a bit lighter.
All right.
All right, time to pass those guys. Good time just before the sand pit. And there was a lot of like wood shards on that course. I was afraid that because the tires are weaker, like the rubber is not as strong as the Kenda, so I was afraid I would get a puncture. So especially when I saw that we were starting behind the bees and I was gonna make a lot of passing move on the outside, you know, like on the wrong line, I was like, oh man, that's gonna be dangerous. I don't wanna puncture. So Ken is asking, are these the new rims? Not yet, but they're coming, and that's one of the few flat sections that is smooth. So yeah, I went super hard on the power there. Oh, it seems that the power on the screen is not fitting. There might be a few seconds of lag. Yeah, so I saw the picture, and near he posted a picture of my wheels. They're ready to go. So here they are. So I can't wait to pick them up. I'm gonna pick them up tomorrow. So tomorrow I fit them on my bike. So next race I'm gonna be racing the new near wheels. You call them the gravel 29s because they are 29mm wide. It's gonna be different because it's gonna be wider than the rims I have right now. Okay, I'm accelerating hard, trying to make the move. All right, that's the first lap, guys. 5 laps to go. I have a good gap on David there, so you see he's not on the camera there. So I was able to open a gap in traffic, which is very important. I think he's right there on the left. So John is saying, I just put on X1s for Spandex and PD last Saturday. They were so good. Yeah, I think they're good tires. I like the grip. I like the compound is soft, so you kind of feel the tire flex. So that's what I like. I like to feel that flex. You feel the slide coming a little bit more. But they're not as strong. That's the trade-off. So Ken is asking me which tires. So I'm not sure. So I might either swap my X1s on it just to make a good comparison. So I just change the wheels, not the tires, and that will be a good way to compare the wheels. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Unless Nair has a good set of tires he wants me to try. I'll see tomorrow what we put on. There's some options. All right, so see Kent is there. He's at the middle. So he's opening a gap on me. He's trying to chase the Sasquatch. See, I have a good gap on David. He's a bit far on the camera there, so that's good. So I might be able to secure a 3rd place. See the A's. I mean, they started just behind us. They're starting to catch us too. So it's interesting. Like, reverse order like that. Like, we catch. I think that's fun. I like that. I like to pass people on course, yeah. That's one of my favorite things to do in cyclocross, is to navigate through the traffic and make some passing moves. Oh, sorry, make notice. I thought you were Ken. I missed the Mopeda and make notice. So, all right. All right, so we're still on lap 2. 22 degrees Celsius, not bad for cyclocross racing. It's still, the weather is still super nice here. That's a cool thing with Southern California, is that we have all the seasons during winter. So you just choose your at different elevation, you choose your season. We still have summer at the beach, and you go a little bit up, you get fall, and the leaves are falling, and it's beautiful. And then you go a bit higher, and then it's full on winter. I saw Mammoth just is getting dumped on right now, a few feet of snow. .75 inches of rain. Wow, that's a lot of rain. Damn. So where's that, Gene? I don't remember if you mentioned where you're from. In some places that would be like major flooding. Look at the gap there. See, I got 2 guys behind me and David, so that's good. 2 guys. Okay, so Gene, you're in Boulder Creek. All right. Damn, that's a lot of rain. All right, so that was a section where we were going up and down on the same part of land. And that's the part I think I was the slower, because I was seeing the guys like closing the gap on me in that section. Sometimes I feel like having a light bike might be a disadvantage on like very bumpy terrain like that, because it feels like it's slowing me down a lot. Like if I had a heavier mountain bike, I don't know, I feel like I would be able to power through those bumps more easily. So Ken, is it over the season? Last race was 5 degrees Celsius. Is that over? Are you guys done for the season in Ontario, Canada? Yep. All right. You guys should come race with us. We still have I think we have 8 races left in the calendar. So here's the calendar. So we are halfway through the season. So we still have I think 7 or 8 races. We race until mid-December. So stay tuned to my channel if you wanna follow my race season. I'm gonna stream them all. I'm gonna race every weekend till the end of December, and I'm gonna stream them all. So we're gonna see the battle in the championship. So right now in the championship, I'm still leading, so I'm still in first place in the championship after race 6. So David behind me is chasing me for the points. So that's the battle in the championship. Oh, had a close call there. So that's why I'm wearing the series leader jersey. I'm not in my Bumblebee jersey. Oh, so there are some. So Ken, you're saying there are some O Cup races late in November. So what's O Cup? Is that? Oh, Ontario Cup, I guess. Yeah, nice. Those are I guess the bigger series. All right. So it's a big race this weekend for us. It's the UCI race. So a lot of people are gonna be there. It's called the Moval CX. It's going to be in Moreno, at Moreno Valley. The park is, what's it called? Is it Moreno Valley Park? Not sure. So it's going to be 2 days. So if you're in the area, you want to see some world-class cyclo-cross. It's the time for that this year, this weekend. The best in the world are gonna be there, or at least in the country. So yeah, so a lot of fast athletes are gonna show up. They wanna grab some UCI points. So I'm gonna be there on Sunday. I'm not gonna race there on Saturday, but Sunday I'm gonna be there. All right, so we're gonna look at the gap there. See on the left, where is David? So see, David is right there. So I got a good gap. See, there's no traffic now, but you know, he needs to catch up. So it's really good. I just need to not fall. Keep it on the bike. Keep it straight, and it's gonna be real good. No! Oh my god! Oh no, that was bad. That's what I was thinking when I was racing. Just stay on the bike, and then I go down there. I think what happened is a power oversteer. So I started on the power, and my tire are not as grippy as the Canada, so I had a power oversteer then, and I went down. All right, trying to recompose myself. And then I'm hoping I didn't lose all my gaps. I'm gonna look behind, and then David is right there, so not good. I just lost my whole gap from the first 2 laps. All my good passing moves, it's all gone. I need to restart building my gap. So Ken's asking, are you going to race the UCI? I'm still gonna race in the Masters A. So I'm not gonna race UCI. I don't think I could. I don't know if I could race UCI because my UCI license is pretty low. I didn't ask for an upgrade or anything, so I think it's still CX4 my license. So I might not even be able to participate. But I do the Masters because I'm racing for the championship. I think it's fun to race for points and see how we do this season against me. I think it's gonna be me and David, and maybe Matt Freeman is gonna be able to battle for the championship, or maybe Ken. If Ken goes back to her category, he's got a good amount of points already.
Okay, so we're gonna try to get some podiums done, starting with.
And I think a bunch of other guys could also jump into the championship battle if they wanted to. I think it's only the 10 best races that count. So you can miss a bunch of races during the season, and you can still participate in the championship. Alright, so David is trying to stay with me. I'm restarting to lap some traffic. I'm gonna try to open a gap again. We're on lap 3. Alright, it's important to make the move when it matters. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I'd like to sit on his wheel, but no, you gotta make the move because you're gonna lose a lot of time if you stay like 2 corners behind someone who's slower. You lose a lot of time. So, Ben, ever seen Breaking Away? Remember the part where the Italian put the pump in his wheel? No, I don't think I've seen that. Is that a nasty technique? No. We race clean. We race clean. Oh yeah, you mean like put the pump while riding into the wheel, into the spokes? No, we don't do that. We race clean. Now it's good. We have some really good clean racing this season. The guys have good sportsmanship, good racecraft, so we're able to be racy when it's time to be racy, and we let the other guys go when it's time to go. So you're gonna see. I mean, we did a few strategic moves. You saw me passing the traffic at the right time. So sometimes what I would do is I would wait until it's a bad time for them behind to make a move, so that I would make my passing move at the last moment. And there we have David attacking. He knows it's time. It's the time to attack. I'm gonna try to respond. Try to stay with him. So now he's gonna be the one playing those games. He's gonna be able to make those passing moves at the last minute, where it might be a bad time for me to make the passing move on the bees. choosing the left line too. I think that was the slightly smoother line. You see bottles there. Everything was rattling on the bike. I was looking down a bunch of times trying to see is my bottle cage coming loose? Am I losing something on the bike? It felt like that. All right, and I think yeah, that's lap 3. That's when I figured out, okay, that's the best place to drink, because I couldn't find a good place to drink on that course. Everywhere you're either attacking hard or in the bumps, or you know, you're just trying to hold the bike in a straight line. So I was like, man, I'm gonna drink in the sand pit. That's gonna be the smoothest part of the racetrack where I can drink. But then I found that little climb on the tarmac was a good place. So I don't know where you guys were able to drink on that course, because even on the flat fast section I was like full gas there. So it was I didn't feel like it was a safe place to drink because I was so fast. So like, yeah, and the trees are passing by, and oh man, I must not crash there. All right, and you see, when I was saying I was a bit slower there. See, David is pulling away. Yeah, David's saying there's no rest at SLO. Yeah, it's there are some cross-country mountain bike courses that have more rest than that. No, seriously, I think a mountain bike was the better setup for that. If you wanted to race the fastest setup, I prefer to race cyclo-cross because that's the sport that we race cyclo-cross, so we take cyclo-cross bikes. But if you wanted to get the KOM on that course, for sure, I think a hardtail or even a dual suspension would have been worth it. There's so many bumps, because you will be able to pedal more like at a constant RPM. Yeah, you will be able to stay on the power for longer. And because if you look at my we can look at my you see my heart rate there, 169 BPM, so it's a bit low. Usually I'm higher than that. My heart rate is higher. I'm usually more anaerobic. So, but if you see my heart rate there, it's a bit different than my other races. I'm more into zone 4 for this one. Most of my races I'm in zone 5, like for maybe 80% of the race. But I just wasn't able to put the power down and to get my heart rate up. So that's why when we get on the flat section, I just go all out, because I know I'll be able to recover. My legs are going to be able to recover a bit later. Yeah, it's flipped. Yeah. So I was feeling that. I was feeling like, okay, I'm not working as hard with my legs. So I feel like whenever I can go hard, I'm gonna go all out, like it's the sprint for the Olympics. Like right there. When I got on this section, I'm like, okay, no time to recover, no time to drink. That's the only place I can like really put the power down. I don't know, it seems like the power on the screen is a bit laggy, because I was on it there. See, 0 watt, what's that? The Garmin Verb application is super tricky to sync. I tried to sync what I see on the data with the video, but it seems to be losing the synchronization. It's not a professional tool. It's a bit gimmicky, I think. Yeah. It's a cool thing though. When I get it right, it's a cool thing to see. Yeah, that tree. Some people trimmed it because on Sunday it was much easier to go under it. Alright, so I'm reconnected with David there. He's the guy right in front of me. So David is 3rd place, I'm 4th. Kent is still 2nd. And we have Jeremiah Root, he's in 1st place. He's riding a mountain bike. I don't know if you saw on the first lap, he was able to bunny up the barriers. And so those barriers I was getting to get the hang of it on lap 4 there. So what I was doing was plant my feet there and wham! Like swing the bike like it's a saber. And catching fuzz there.
You got it, man.
Go. There. Alright, so David was able to get a better move, a better passing move there, so I need to reconnect with him. I need to stay with him. It's gonna be the battle for podium. it's also battle for points because we're fighting each other in the championship. So if he's ahead of me like that, he gets one more point. If I'm ahead, I'm the one who gets one more point. So it might make a difference at the end of the season. It seems to be a really tight battle, so it might come down to the wire. Hey, we have Chuck. Chuck is in the chat. This is a long time. Long time see no race, man. All right, thanks. Thanks, Chuck. All right, so we're starting to get the lines pretty good now. Starting to get a flow in there. That was one of the most fun section. And it's also the spectator-friendly section because we spend so much time there, and the spectators are all around here next to the parking lot. So that was nice to watch the race, the other races. So are those cracks in the sole? Is that dirt? Is that dry? Yeah, that was dry. So yeah, that was a big crack there, and you could your tire could fall into the crack at that point. So you need to choose: am I going left or right of that crack? Yeah, that was a factor for sure. Yeah, it was super dry. So I think a little bit of rain would have helped this this course to make it a bit softer. David is going hard. He's not sitting. Like, he's working hard in front. It's making it hard for me to stay with him. Hey, Easy is in the chat. What's up? How's it going, Easy? Are you gonna be there this weekend? Who's gonna be there this weekend at the Mobile CX? It looks good. I've seen some pictures on Facebook. Dorothy posted some nice picture. There's gonna be some permanent cyclo-cross infrastructure being built. It's gonna be nice. All right, going hard on the power there. 570 watt. Section. All right, so I found the pictures there. Let me show you. That was, I think, was that last year. Those are the picture of the Mobile CX. Look at that. That looks awesome. I can't wait to race something like that. Yeah. So just a taste of next week. Stay tuned for next week. So Easy, you say you were a little bit sick. You're a little bit sick. You'll be there, alright. Can't miss a good Sufferfest. Nice. Yeah, you do what you can. I mean, sometimes when you're sick, well, I mean, when I'm sick, what I do is I just show up to the race, do my warm-up, and if that's all I can do, then that's all I can do. I cheer to the other guys. If I feel good after my warm-up, then I show up to the starting grid and I tell myself, okay, I'm just gonna do one lap. And then I do one lap, and then after the lap, if I'm like, okay, I feel good for another lap, I do another, and then sometimes you come back during the race, mid-race. Sometimes you feel good. Oh, yeah, I can finish this, and then you finish it, and you're like, okay, I did something. I was able to do something I didn't think I was able to do. But yeah, sometimes sometimes it's better to stay on to defense. So David, see, is always pulling a gap there, opening a gap there. So there's something I'm doing here that's not as fast as them. I think maybe they're stronger on the power there. They don't bounce around as much as I do. And I was having trouble with my braking on this race. I remember. I think what I did is I put some lube on my chain, and I think I was not careful, and then a little, like a drop of lube went on the disc, and so my rear brake was feeling not bitey. It wasn't biting really good. So Gene is asking, is this the Aero 6? No, so that's the Aero 5 session I'm using with the wide vertical FOV. And I did try the Aero 6 for the next race, the Sunday's race. I did try the Aero 6 and I turned on stabilization. So I thought that's going to be a good test, because if it's able to stabilize this course, it's going to be able to stabilize anything. Alright, so I'm having a moment there trying to pass this guy, losing a bit of time. So I went straight in the middle there. That was still a fast line. Yeah, so the Aero 6, it worked. It stabilized. It's very impressive what it can do, but it's still reducing the field of view too much, I think. So I think it's very important to see the handlebar in the shot and to have a good POV video. So you want to see a little bit of my hands there. Otherwise, it looks like it's a bird flying over the course. But when I do that, I lose too much of the horizon. Like I wouldn't see David there on the Aero 6. I would just look at the ground almost. You know? So I think that's kind of a showstopper for stabilization. It looks smoother, but if you lose what's ahead, I don't think it's good. But yeah, you're gonna be able to see. I'm gonna post both videos. Since it's the same course, you can look side by side. Aero 5 versus Aero 6, stabilization with versus no stabilization. And there's some glitches also with stabilization, like because sometimes it needs to recenter itself, and there's like a big snap, and it looks a bit weird. I'd rather see like the raw, authentic head movement of the athlete, what is going on. I think it's more immersive than having a weird glitch out of nowhere. All right, 2 laps to go. So we're gonna see. Can I make it stick? Can I stay with him? So that's what I'm thinking. It's like, okay, if I can stay with him, then it's gonna come down to a sprint finish. So I'm starting to think about my strategy. So let me know, guys, what you would do. Would you attack to be in front for the final lap? Would you wait until the last corner? Did you spot somewhere on the course where it would be a good place to make a move? So that's what I'm thinking right now as I'm behind David, trying to think strategically, because I can stay with his space like that. So all right, let me know what I should do here. And that was Martin there, the men B. So Martin had a killer race in the men's B. I think he got second place. That was a killer race. Alright, I need to stay with him. I must not let him get away. So Jeannie's saying, big question is, can you pass and make it stick? Yeah. Yeah, so you can also, that's a good point, need to be ahead at the section where you are slower, or be right on his wheel. Hey, Big Huge is here. How's it going, Big Huge? Big Huge is saying, attack on the last lap. Alright, so that's, yeah, those are all good strategies. That was, because if I can, like, attack and make it stick by being in front in the sections where I'm slower, then I'm able to hold him back a little bit. So at the back section, when we go up and down, that's where I know I'm slower. So if I could be ahead at that place, then that would help me slow him down. So I'm not sure there's going to be a lot of traffic left, so traffic might not be a factor in the end. The men's B are just too fast that day. They were hauling ass. So I'm still a bit too far. I should be closer than that because I'm not benefiting from the draft. That's a section where the draft could have been a good advantage there. I'm a bit too far. There was the pit there. Oh yeah, if someone saw my I put a spare tube there because I have a spare tube. It's not a sack, but it's like a Velcro thing I put under my my seat with a CO2 and a tire lever. And I just, instead of putting in my car, I put it into the pit zone, just in case if I got a big trouble, I can at least put a tube in and finish my race. But it was gone. So if you picked it up by mistake and you thought it was yours or your friends, let me know. Bring it next weekend. I lost my my spare tube and CO2. We have how did you spell the name? Ariela Carto. Hey Ben, we see you in Fontana this year. Yeah, you will see me in Fontana this year. Mountain bike is gonna resume for me in January. I think second week of January is the first race in Fontana. I'm gonna be there for sure for the first race. Alright, so I'm getting close to David. Halfway into this lap. So Ariel Carto, are you gonna race Fontana? Are you racing there? Also, John is saying, can you turn up the gas and pass at the end of the fast pavement section? Yeah. So see, that's a good observation because David is a bit slower than me in that section. That's what I've noticed every lap is that. So see, he's pulling away from me in this section, and then when we get on the flat. The fast flat section, that's where I always close the gap. So that's a good observation, John. I think that's what I was thinking too when I was riding. I was like, yeah, maybe I'm just gonna reconnect with him there and pass him just before the braking zone. Okay, so Ariel Carter is saying I'm gonna ride there if I'm gonna race there if I get faster. Okay, so I mean, if you ride there a lot, as long as you clear the course without putting a foot down, you're gonna be super fast there. All right, so who do we have here? We have Garnet. Garnet is the leader in the 45 plus category, and who's with him? I think it's David Turner. All right, so Garnet is a fast dude. He's always passing us during the race, so it's gonna be a factor. So if he gets in front of me but not in front of David, you might push him away. So I'm thinking about that too. That might be a factor in our race. Yeah. So Garnet Vertican, look at him. He's making a move in the sand. All right, and that was a good move for him because see, he's in front of David there. So I'm slowing down David while he's getting away. So that's really good for him. That was a strategic move to get on the gas in the sand pit. Yeah, if you get past a slower guy, but your opponent cannot, it's like a free gap for you. So in the sand, that's not easy, no. But Garnet is the master of the sand. So look at him, he's taking the middle line. I'm going on the shallower right line. David is catching the opportunity there. All right, so that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's bad for me because if they push David away, it might be harder for me. So I need to stay with them. I need to reconnect. All right, so hard on the power there. I need to reconnect. Maybe the power is right. Maybe I was coasting a little bit there. Oh yeah, now I'm definitely coasting. Damn, I thought in my head I was on the power. Oh man, that tree in the face. Just what you need with all the bumps. I used to say like when you ride with bumps like that, it feels like like someone is slapping you into the face, but it's literally happening, like the tree is slapping you into the face. Alright, so we are approaching the final turn. We're gonna head into the final lap. That's where it needs to happen. We're fighting for the podium. Fighting for not last. That's the bell. 1 lap to go, that's the bell. It's telling us 1 lap to go. Was really happy to hear that bell. Alright. So Garnet and David made it in front. So see, we were all remounting before the first turn. So that's I saw some different strategies there during the weekend. It was maybe faster to run the first turn, but if you're already clipped in for the second turn, then you're going to be earlier on the power, so you're going to be able to accelerate faster. So there's kind of a trade-off there. Do you want to be faster in the first turn? That's good if you're trying to pass someone, but if you're trying to hold someone off, you might want to be the first on the power on the exit of the turn. So I mean, there's some compromise there. So one strategy I use, you're gonna see it more if you watch race number 8. So I'm not gonna stream race number 8, the Sunday race, because next week I'm gonna stream the UCI race that I'm gonna do this weekend. So if you want to watch race number 8, you're gonna have to watch it without commentary. I always post the video on my channel without commentary, so you can watch it. And I did a lot of like defense move, because I think I was Bill behind me. We had another Sasquatch on Sunday, by the way. We had 2 Sasquatch that weekend, so watch out if you go to San Luis. The woods are infested. Be safe. Yeah, so you're gonna see a lot of defense moves. So what I do in that turn with the barriers is I was mounting first, and then I would Guided Motorsport, we sit on the apex. So that means you take the apex first, but then you know the guy behind might be trying to make a passing move, so you sit on the apex, you go a bit slower than you should, and then you're the first one on the power to accelerate. So
Thanks.
that's kind of a defense move where you kind of control the pace and you're able to accelerate first. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of that in the race number 8. I use that strategy a lot. It's a fair game. It's not considered blocking. Blocking is when if you change line twice in a braking zone. Like if you choose the inside line, you gotta stick to the inside line. You cannot like switch to the outside line to block the guy. That's blocking. That's a non-written rule of racing. You're not supposed to do that. But sitting on the apex is one of those fair strategy that you can use to race. I mean, that's racing. You need to defend a position. So Gene is saying you're right where you want to be, behind David. All right, yeah. So that's good. So and we're behind the 45 plus guys. Garnet is going at a good pace. So he needs to play it strategic too. So it looks like it's gonna be a sprint finish in both categories. All right, so we're going to the climb for the final time. So I need to stay with David. And look at that! Look at that! David is attacking. David. He's going for Garnet. I'm like, no! He's getting away. What is that? And he's pushing Garnet. Oh, I need to pass. I need to pass David there. So David Turner is behind me, and he's thinking, and that's really bad for me. So David Turner behind me is probably thinking, oh man, I have two 35s behind me in Garnet, and that's not good. I need to reclaim those positions. So look at him, he's gonna come back. So I need to reconnect here. So David Sherwin is asking, a block pass is not okay. Well, it depends what we call a block pass. So a not okay blocking pass is when you choose a line in the braking zone. Let's say you choose to defend the inside, and then when your opponent goes on the outside, then you change lines to go on the outside. That's considered changing line twice and that's considered a blocking move, and that's very dangerous. I mean, in motorsports, it's very dangerous because it can result in a crash. But in cycling, it's also a dangerous move because we're under braking, we're on the limit of braking. So if someone jumps into your line at the last second, it's gonna be a crash. It's not gonna be fun. So that's something. If you choose a line in the braking zone, you gotta stick to your line. But if you're the first one to the apex, then you can sit on the apex to control the pace of the acceleration. And yeah, so if you're listening to that and you're thinking, okay, but what do I do if the guy in front is doing that? So the defense move to guys sitting on the apex is to slow down a bit more before the turn, to let him sit on the apex, and then to be able to slingshot, to be able to accelerate much faster than him. So you need to time it right. So that's the defense. That's the counter to the counter. All right, and then we saw David Turner pass me there. That was the section where I'm always slow, so I was not able to make it work for me there. David Turner was able to regain the position. So now I have a guy between me and David. So I need to make it work. Look at the tape there. Someone crashed. I mean, that was a tricky sand section. The first one was the sand was deeper in the first section, the first sand pit. All right, so I have two Davids in front of me. Let's go, Ben. Finish strong. Yeah, easy. I'm doing it for you. Yeah, I really want it. I'm feeling good. I feel like I have still more gas into the tank. All right, so you saw David Turner there. You made his move on David McNeil. So all right, so I'm gonna be able to potentially reconnect, and it's gonna be down to the last corners. We're almost done with the lap. All right, so that's the flat section. That's where I can make ground. All right, flat out. It's fast there. All right, so I'm back. I'm within striking distance there. 2 corners left. Alright, and David knows that I'm right on his wheel there. He must not mess up. So he's accelerating hard. Look at him. He's hard on the power. That's not good for me. I need to be on his wheel for the final turn. Maybe he's gonna make a mistake like I did. Oh, oh no. No, yeah, I'm like, okay, no, it's over. He's going away. I need a mine on the field to stop him. It's not gonna happen. All right, so that was a good battle. I really liked that battle. There was a race-long battle with David. Kent got away, so Kent was
guys. Good job. Hey, good job going in, man.
Garden got the win.
Nice. Good way to control the race, man. That was awesome.
I couldn't mess up. I messed up a couple times. Like, oh shit.
So good race by David. He was able to control the race.
That was my only chance. Don't take it up.
I was like, don't last lap, don't fuck up.
Oh yeah, that was nice. So here's the podium. So Kent got second place. Jeremiah Root, the Yeti, the Sasquatch guy, the guy who showed up just for one race and beat us. He got first place, and yeah, David got third. So David was not. So we had stunt doubles for the podium there. So they were. So David raced in the elite race. So his race was in progress when it was the podium. So we got stunt doubles for the podium. So yeah, that's the race. So David gets 1 more point than me. Here's the stats for the whole race. Let me show you the championship points after this race. So I'm still leading the championship after this race, after race number 7. So I have 14 points. That's about a race more. So that's what's going on. I have 1 more race than David. and a win is 21 points. So you see in the table there, you see a bunch of guys. They all have 21 points. So that means they showed up for one race, they won it, and then disappeared into the woods, never to be seen again. So we have a lot of Sasquatch this season, and yeah, Sunday we got another one. So stay tuned on my channel. I'm gonna post the raw video of race number 8. It was also a battle. The whole race was a battle for the podium again. It was a really fun weekend. I really liked it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next weekend, this weekend we're going to Moval CX in the Moreno Valley. So come watch us race if you want to watch us race. There's gonna be some UCI pros there. It's gonna be a legit racing. It's gonna be good. So stay tuned for my next stream. I'm Ben Gayet, and I stream every Thursday. So see you guys next week. Thanks.
There you go. Inside.
That was actually a race.
Good job, man.
Like I said, those races in between.